Hello everybody, my name is Kуркутова, an English teacher from Nazarbayev Intellectual School from Учитель. Welcome to our English lesson. Let's start. What is the meaning of the word account? Discuss it with your group. What is it connected with? Maybe you have heard it before. So, here are four variants. A. Score. B. Calculation. C. Report. D. Description. And the right one is report. So today the topic of the lesson is writing an account. The learning objectives are as follows. 8W4. Use with some support different style and register in writing. 8.W5. Develop with support coherent arguments, supported when necessary by examples and reasons. 8.W6. Link independently sentences into coherent paragraphs using a variety of basic connectors. 8.W7. Use with minimal support appropriate layout for writing. 8.W8. Spell most high-frequency vocabulary accurately. And today at the lesson we are going to speak about means of transportation and traveling, think critically, read about traveling, speak about visits and travels, describe your journey, use your knowledge of geography. Our lesson is related to geography. So we are going to practice such skills as speaking, reading and writing. Let's go. You can see the words. Please match these words to the following pictures. What is it? Okay, I think that you have matched all the words and now we can check. So, tell me what is the picture for car? Yes. Coach. Yes, you show the right picture. Tram. Alright. Seat belt. Good. Plane. That's it. Ship. That's the right one. Underground. Yes. Hitchhiking. Absolutely true. Taxi. That's right. Bicycle. Yes, I agree. Motorbike. Well done. And a train. Great. All the pictures have been matched in the right way. Now you can see the sentences on the card. Predict the sentences and your partner's answers. First, individually decide if they are true or false about your partner. The sentences are as follows. My partner thinks motorbikes are uncomfortable. Second, my partner is afraid of flying. Third, my partner agrees that wearing seat belts in cars should be compulsory. Number 4, my partner enjoys cycling. Number 5, my partner thinks that hitchhiking is dangerous. Number 6, my partner has been on a long-distance journey. Have you got any questions? Alright, so you have 1 minute to underline true or false for your partner's answers. Great. Now let's continue. Make questions from these statements and exchange opinions with your partner. You have 1 minute to make questions from the sentences. Alright? Be careful with the structure of the sentences. Remember that when we make the question, we would need extra words. Okay? Let's check your questions. Do you think motorbikes are uncomfortable? Are you afraid of flying? Do you agree that wearing seatbelts in cars should be compulsory? Do you enjoy cycling? Do you think that hitchhiking is dangerous? Have you ever been on a long-distance journey? Now you have 2 minutes to exchange opinions with your partner. Alright, be active. Alright. Remember your traveling experience. Have you ever cycled to somewhere? Have you ever used hitchhiking for traveling with your friends or with your relatives? And have you ever been on a long distance journey? Alright? Now I would like somebody to report back to the class what information you have found out about your partner. Great. Now think about the following. If you want to find more information about traveling, where can you get it? Yes, you can get it in information help desk, you can get it at the station, you can get it in the internet. Alright? So mostly our modern life shows that we read travel blogs and forums for getting extra information about traveling. Look through the text and tell me how many people have been on a journey. The correct answer is 3 people. Well done. Now let's go to the reading task. Read the travel forum and tick the 3 photos of places or experiences the writers talk about. Travel forum, the place for people who love to travel. Joanna, swimming with dolphins. Does anyone know where I can go to swim with dolphins? I want to swim with wild dolphins, not in a swimming pool. I would like to hear from people who have had the experience themselves. Thanks. Will. Swimming with dolphins. Respond. Swimming with dolphins in the sea should be a fantastic experience. I haven't done it, but I've spoken to people who have done it. They all say Sinai is a good place, especially around Nuweiba. I recommend Sinai. I've been there many times. There is no better place to go than the Red Sea. Aquas U. Respond. Swimming with dolphins. I recommend Isla de Mujeres. It means Island of Women in Mexico. The island is next to Cancun, which is a famous Mexican holiday destination. I've been to Isla de Mujeres 3 times and I've swum with dolphins twice. The dolphins swim freely in the sea and they are really friendly. It's a fantastic experience. Mary. Holiday in the Alps. We are thinking about staying at the Hotel du Lac in Interlaken, Switzerland. Has anyone been there? It would be good to get some information. Klaus. Reply. Holiday in the Alps. We've been to Interlaken many times. We haven't stayed at the Hotel du Lac, but it looks very nice. The name means Hotel of the Lake. It's actually on a river between 2 lakes. Interlaken is a lovely place. There are a lot of tourists, but I don't mind them. You can go up the Jungfrau mountain from Interlaken. It's a wonderful experience. Now please take the 3 photos of places and experiences the writers talk about. Here are the photos. A, B, C, and D. Alright. So you have done very quickly. That's right. Now please read the text again and underline the correct answer. Joanna wants to swim with dolphins in the sea or the swimming pool. Isla de Mujeres means island of men or island of women. Aquas you liked or didn't like swimming with dolphins. The Hotel du Lac is on a lake or on a river. There are a lot of tourists in the Interlaken, or there aren't a lot of tourists in Interlaken. Now compare your answers with your partner and compare your answers with these answers. Okay, you've made it successfully. Great. Now look through the text again and mark the sentences true or false. Joanna has swum with dolphins. Will hasn't ever swum with dolphins. Will hasn't been to Sinai. Will likes the Red Sea. Aquas you has swum with dolphins 3 times. Klaus has stayed at the Hotel du Lac many times. Klaus hates the tourists in Interlaken. Great. Here are the correct answers. Okay, as I see, all of you have done it correctly. Great. Now find the examples of present perfect in the text. Underline them. I haven't done it, but I've spoken to people who have done it. That's it. I've been there many times. Absolutely right. I've swum with dolphins twice. That's correct. So, try to remember when we use the present perfect. Okay? Tell me your ideas. And here are 2 main functions of present perfect. The first one, talk about recent events and experience. And the second one, with for or since, to say how long the situation has continued. Absolutely right. So, here are the visuals to compare. Compare the sentences. I've been to Paris. Do you want to see my photos? John isn't here. He's gone to Paris for the weekend. So, what is the same in the sentences and what is different in the sentences? That's right. In the first one, we use I've been to. In the second, he's gone to. But in both sentences, we use present perfect. Yes? For our recent experiences, for describing our recent experiences. Now, let's underline. We usually use have been instead of have gone. I've been to Paris. Do you want to see my photos? We only use have gone when somebody has not yet returned. John isn't here. He's gone to Paris for the weekend, so he hasn't returned yet. He is still in Paris. Great. Now you are given some broken sentences with the use of present perfect. Please write the words in the correct order. You have 2 minutes. A. To Australia, been, I've. B. Paris, has to Clara, been. C. Have, my, times, been, to, 6, parents, Spain. Berlin, to, haven't, been, I. And the last one, twice, we, been, to, have, Hong Kong. Compare your answers with your neighbor. Are they the same? Alright, now pay attention to the correct answers. I've been to Australia. Clara has been to Paris. My parents have been to Spain 6 times. I haven't been to Berlin. We have been to Hong Kong twice. Excellent. We can move on. In these sentences, you need to complete with the words for or since to show the period. Read the sentences carefully and fill in the gaps. Now, check your answers with your small group. They should be like this. I've known my best friend since 1997. I've been at this school since 2000. I haven't bought a CD since last weekend. I've lived in this town for 2 years. I've traveled to the mountains since my childhood. I have studied Spanish for 3 years. Great! How about this one? You are given sentences with 2 answers, 2 verbs. Please underline the correct one. You have 1 minute. Do you have the same answers as me? I have been 3 times. I have been to Istanbul 3 times in my life. Last year Betty went to Madrid for the weekend. My mother has seen you 6 times. She's so lucky. I haven't been to New Zealand before. This is my first time outside Europe. We bought a new car yesterday. That's nice. Now look at the map of Kazakhstan. Show me where the west of Kazakhstan is. That's right. Imagine that you have just come back from a visit to one of the places in Kazakhstan. In groups, ask and answer questions about your trip. The questions are as follows. Where have you been in Kazakhstan? How did you get there and back? By transport or on foot? What was special about it? What will you remember most about your trip? You have 3 minutes for your discussion. Okay, be active. Listen to all the members of your small group. Share your traveling experience with each other. If you have traveled to the same place as your classmate, don't worry. Tell what was special about it. What did you find special? That's nice. Okay, I see that you have finished. Thank you for active discussion. Let's think about your journey. Maybe it was your best journey in your life. How would you describe your journey in terms of senses? So first of all, tell me, which senses do you have? Eyesight, that's right. You can hear, you can smell, you can touch, absolutely. So think about your journey or your best journey in terms of senses. What did it smell like? What sense did you notice? What colors did you see? What sound did you hear? What was the noise level about the traffic in particular? Yeah? Was it a very noisy traffic or it was a quiet place? All right. Now you are giving this mind map, which is called My Journey. So you can see 5 senses, 5 words that present 5 senses: sound, smell, touch, taste, and sight. So revisit your journey in mind in terms of senses. Make a mind map. Revisit means remember. Alright? And put down the words and phrases to each of the sense. What can you remember? Try to remember all of them, all 5. What did you taste? What did you touch? What sounds did you hear? What smell did you feel? What did you see? You have 2 minutes to fill this mind map. I think you can start with the taste, yes, because you might remember what kind of food did you taste, what new things did you taste, and sight. Of course, we usually make a lot of photos to remember about the sites, about the places we have been to, yes? As for the sound and the smell, try to remember where did you spend a lot of time. Maybe it was the beach, so what kind of sounds did you hear? What kind of smell? The smell of sea, or the smell of water, or the smell of the flowers, if it was in the forest. Alright? I see that you have put down the words and phrases. So we will return to the mind map later on. Now look at the picture and guess where the girls are driving to. What are your ideas? I think they are driving to their friend who lives in the countryside. What are your ideas? So the girls have written an account of their journey, and we will read, and please complete the text with the words that suit best. Alright? An amazing journey. Last summer I did an amazing journey from my home to the north of Scotland. I went with my best friend Bonnie in her old Ford Escort. The weather was hot, but despite that we have enjoyed watching green with trees and wildflowers. From London to Carlisle the traffic was terrible and the roads were but in Scotland the roads were much and the scenery was spectacular. This is a great place for walking. The road goes through beautiful along rivers and by them, and we saw lots of wild animals and birds. The views were fantastic. There were a lot of interesting places where we could stop and eat. We have traveled for days. I'll never forget it. So as you see, the girls were traveling from London to another city, Carlisle. Now read the accounts of a journey and complete the text with the following words. The words are given: lakes, busy, London, quieter, valleys, 3 mountains. You have 1 minute. Okay, great. Now these are the answers. The first one is London, second valleys, third one busy, fourth quieter, the next mountains, the last but one lakes, and the last one 3. You do have the same? Yes, all right, you have done a good job. So, as you see from the text, adjectives make the text more interesting. Fantastic, noisy, heavy traffic. Write the adjectives the writer uses to describe these things about the journey, about the Ford Escort, the traffic, the scenery, the mountains, the views. You have 1 minute. You can underline them within the text. Okay? So, do you have the same answers? Yes, good. The journey, amazing journey. Old Ford Escort. Terrible traffic. Spectacular scenery. Beautiful mountains and fantastic views. Great. So let's return to your mind map. Yes? Turn over the page. You can see a new mind map, and let's complete this mind map based on the text. An amazing journey. For example, sight. The things they saw were spectacular, fantastic, beautiful, and green. So 4 adjectives describe the things that they saw, right? And they are different adjectives. Now, at the beginning of the lesson, we spoke about the meaning of the word account. Let us remember, what is an account? Report, yeah? Okay, now this what dictionary tells us about an account. An account is a record of narrative description of past events such as an accident, crime, or personal experience. Of course, we will not describe the accident, we will not describe the crime, but we will speak about your personal traveling experience. And that is why you are going to write an account of your journey. So, what is the strategy for account writing? Here are the points that we need to use in writing a good account, an interesting account. First one, describe how things had exactly happened. The first paragraph answers the questions where, what, when. Advice number 2, events should be presented in the right order, from the first day to the last day. Number 3, use formal register and style in writing. Number 4, you can describe personal feelings and emotions. We have done it with the mind map, yes? Describing your journey in terms of senses. Describing your feelings and emotions. So you can turn to mind map to follow this point. You are free to give your opinion on the events. Avoid contractions. Use the past tense to write the account. The past tense for finished action and present perfect for what occurred in the past. Now, this will be your home task. Write an account of your journey from 120 to 150 words. Include the following: where, how far, who with, how long, method of transport, traffic, and scenery. Do you have any questions? Where, you write about the place. How far, the distance between the place and your hometown. Who with, yes, who accompanied you in your journey. Traffic, how was the traffic in the place that you have traveled to? Were there a lot of cars, or it was a very quiet place? Method of transport, how did you get there and back? How long was your journey? And scenery, that means what kind of things did you see? It's more connected with sight, right? With the sense of sight. What things did you see? Okay? Now, let's go back to the strategy. Okay? So, I would like you to read the strategy again. So, the first one. Describe how things had exactly happened. The first paragraph answers the questions where, what, and when. The second, events should be presented in the right order. The third one, use formal register and style in writing. Number 4, you can describe personal feelings and emotions. Number 5, you are free to give your opinion of the events. So that means you are free to give your opinion no matter if you liked the place, if you found more advantages in the place, or you might have disliked the place and you might have found a lot of disadvantages in the place. You are free to give your positive or negative opinion of the events. But of course, don't be too critical, yes? because you are writing in the formal style and formal register. So you remember we write letters, articles in formal style, and the account also should be written in formal style. Avoid contractions, because this is a formal style account. Use the past tense to write the account. Okay. Now let us review. What have we covered today at today's lesson? So we have covered the use of present perfect. Yes. We have covered your travel experience around Kazakhstan. Where have you been in Kazakhstan? How did you get there and back? What was special about it? And what will you remember most about your trip? Okay. We have revisited your journey in mind in terms of senses. And we have made a mind map. Okay, let's review. Which 5 senses did we write about? Sound, smell, touch, taste, and sight. Absolutely true. And for each of these senses, we have used the word and phrases. The words, in particular, adjectives. Yes? For example, in the text, we have met the following adjectives as spectacular. What is the meaning of spectacular? Okay, great, fantastic. What is the meaning? Does it mean anything that cannot be found on earth? No. Fantastic means great. Yes. Beautiful. And I'm sure you know the color green. Okay. Let's think about the adjectives for describing taste. Alright. Ordinary, delicious, unusual, extraordinary. Oh, somebody said spicy. That's right, it can be spicy. Or tasteless. Alright. How about the sense of sound? How can we describe sound? Noisy. Yes. Quiet. That's right. Overcrowded. Maybe. Loud. That is right. How about smell? What adjectives can we use for describing smell? Unusual. Bitter can be. Pleasant. Yes. Unpleasant. Absolutely right. Sweet. That's true. And for the last one, touch. The things were soft, the things were solid, or they were liquid. Absolutely right. So those who haven't finished the mind map, please finish it at home, because you are going to write an account. Okay? What else have we covered? What is account? Account is a record of narrative description of past events such as an accident, crime, or personal experience. That is right. Good. So, if you need to get extra information about writing an account of your journey, you can find it in the following references. Solutions Pre-Intermediate Students Book, published by Macmillan, and New Inside Out Elementary Workbook, also published by Macmillan. And the pictures for the lesson were taken from the internet. Thank you for today's lesson. Goodbye.